Hey YouTubers, this is EMDSC14R and this is a how-to video. The video is about how to change the windows in your Piko ICE 3 coach from a second class car to a first class car. Now it's pretty straightforward, but I will be showing you exactly how to do it. There are some supplies you will need. First, always use your safety goggles no matter what, okay? Keep that in mind. We want to keep safe, okay? Then you're going to need an X-Acto knife, preferably with this blade. You do not want this straight edge blade because you won't be able to get the flexibility. This blade does have a little bit of bending, a little bit of flexibility in it, and I'm not, I'm not rubbing my finger across and pressing on the side like that. So, and then always put your cap on when you're finished with it, okay? Don't need anybody cutting themselves. And then finally, last but not least, you're gonna need your Zap-A-Gap CA. I use this on all my trains. Been using it for years. How long have I been? I've been using this going on, what, 10 years? Probably more than that. But anyway, let's get started, okay? Let me put my goggles on. Now the reason why I'm doing it, the reason why you want to do this is because Piko doesn't sell the first class coach for the ICE 3 set that they have. They come with it, the set itself comes with one first class coach, but they don't sell it separately outside of the set for the other end of the train. Well, actually, that is a second class coach. They sell the second class version in that set, but not the first class version. That's what I meant to say. So what you need to do is you need to buy a second class coach, and then you need to buy a first class coach. Okay? Now, you're already going to notice this because I already did one side of the car anyway, but just for illustration purposes, you want to remove the body shell from the chassis. Okay? Just like that. You remove your 2 screws, and they're just your standard Phillips screws. And you basically take off the body shell. Now, if you look on the inside here, you will see how the window is actually held in place. What they basically did is they took the plastic tabs and they actually slightly melted them. This is where your X-Acto knife comes in. Now, I'm gonna try to do this on camera so that you guys can see. Might be a little bit difficult. Let me do it this way. Now, basically what you want to do, let me try to get that in focus there. Now basically what you want to do is you want to take your blade and you want to slightly, you don't want to gouge the car, but you just want to take off the top of where it was melted at. Okay? Now obviously I'm not doing this like I usually do it because I'm trying to show you guys how to do it on camera, so bear with me. Okay? Just trying to not only keep this in the camera, but I'm trying not to damage the inside of the car, because you do want to reuse the car if you so desire, or you could sell it. Now for the ends here, you do the same thing. You just take this flashing that was melted and you scrape it off. And you probably don't need to do it that much because usually the first stroke does it. Let me do this one again. This one's a little bit thicker, but you just let the blade do the cutting. You just let the blade do the cutting. Don't try to force it because you will gouge the car, and obviously the X-Acto knives are very sharp. I've more than one occasion have I cut myself with these X-Acto knives. Yeah, I'm a scarred warrior in the model railroader industry and in the world. Yeah, I'm what you call a X-Acto war veteran. But anyway, enough with the jokes. You continue to do this throughout the entire car. And let me keep going down here. I will go back over this and clean it up later, and get it all right. But you do that eventually. You keep going down the line. See that? And sometimes you will get the plastic that's a little bit stubborn, but that's okay. And you do that. Keep going through. Oh, you guys couldn't see that. Sorry. Now, when you're around the screw area, you got to just be a little careful. All right. Now, coming to the last section here. All right. Can you see that, guys? I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Just take your time. I'm actually doing this a little bit fast because of the time that I have to save. All right. I think it's ready. What you do to see if it's ready, let me see if I can get this in focus. Okay, there we go. What you do to see if it's ready to come out is you lightly press on the window and see if it's ready to pop out. If it's not ready to pop out, don't try to force it. Go back over that area again and take that flashing out. Oh, sorry. You guys couldn't see that. Take that flashing out and then go and try it again. There we go. And I think this one's going to be tricky. This one they really did this one. They really did this one good. I mean, even I'm having a hard time getting this one out. And I've taken all the flashing off that I could. I don't want to take off any more because if I start doing that, then it might gouge the car on the inside, and I don't want to do that. There we go. Okay. So then what you do is you lightly do that. Let me get this knife out of my hand. I want to practice what I preach, so yeah. So then you pop out the window. That one wasn't ready, so there we go. And you just work it along, you just work your finger along the side of the car. Eventually it comes out looking like this. And you want to do that for the whole car until you get it completely removed like you see here. Okay? So I'm not going to go ahead and take the whole thing out right now. I want to do it right because obviously I only got one first class window and I don't want to break it. So once you do that, you take that window out of the first class car. You do the same thing for the second class car. So basically you take the second class window out, and let me do this, and then you reinstall it, reinstall the first class window on the second class car. I already did this one earlier today, and I am going to have to be extra careful because I did get some glue on the side of the car, but I was able to clean it up before it dried, and somehow it got on top of my hand and it got on the roof, so I had to use some sandpaper, some light sandpaper, and get that off the roof. But let me show you the inside of the car here. You basically, I don't know if you guys can see it, let me put it in the light. There you go. You basically reinstall the window like you reinstall the first class window on the second class coach, and then if you guys can see, you take your Zap-A-Gap glue and you just put it on the tabs there. Now prior to putting the window back in, you have to put it on the, you have to put the styrene, or not the styrene, the Zap-A-Gap glue on the, see the white beams there? You have to put the Zap-A-Gap glue on those so it has extra binding, but don't put too much on there, because if you put too much, it's gonna bleed, it's gonna seep through and it'll look like that, but it's doesn't really look that bad even on camera. So as long as you clean it up quick, but if you don't put too much down, then you don't have to worry about that. But the tabs are like a little guide, and then what you do is you just take your car and you put it back together. you put your 2 screws back in, and now you've officially taken a second class coach and turned it into first class coach, and now your model Piko ICE 3 will be prototypically correct for you. Okay? And then you can basically take the second class coach windows and put them in this car so that you don't have to go out and buy another second class coach power car. So that's basically a way to recycle the windows. Alright? I'm going to go ahead and finish this car off right now, but you guys be cool, and in the next clip you'll probably be seeing my ICE3 running with the correct consist. Okay? Hope this video sheds some light on how to do that. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Just send me a comment, alright? Later, guys. God bless. Hey YouTubers, I'm back, and this is the second part of my ICE train conversion. Let me show you exactly what I did. This is the car that I was working on. This is the one I switched the second class window out for the first class window. So on this end of the train you have 3 first class cars, then you have your bistro cafe, and then the other end of the train you have your 4 coach cars, and you have your pantograph on each end of the train. So there's 1 and there's 2. So that's how it looks. And now the train is prototypically correct, and it runs great, as you guys can see. Okay, I just wanted to share that quick update for you guys with that, and hopefully that what I showed you earlier in the video will help you get your ICE3 set looking prototypically correct. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day, okay? See you guys later.